It's like something about seniors, when they see the finish line, sometimes they just speed up. Are you seeing that with Emily?
Well, just I think anytime you get close and it's your senior year, and I think Emily just throughout the year has just continued to gain more confidence, and I mean she is just that was amazing performance from her. Okay, 23-10, career high for her, and I think it's amazing to me how quickly senior year comes. Okay, and I mean you got to give it to not just Milani, and we know what Milani is capable of, but, young lady like Emily Adams who's stayed in the program, came up through the prep school, has paid her dues. I've never seen somebody so excited to be seated when the starting lineups are being announced. Okay, because, I mean, she's just not started here, throughout her career. So just, love to see those smiles on her face, but just her performance and anytime you have a senior out there, you don't have to, they know what to do. And that's critical. And we've talked about building programs at service academies and how important it is to keep your seniors.
And then, just from a scoring standpoint, you needed that complementary piece to Milani. Has Emily kind of turned herself into that, do you think?
Well, she's just has that presence, and it's tough. I always say there's a lot of pressure on the perimeter when you don't have somebody in the interior that's, a threat. And she's become that. I mean, she was great at Fresno State, and, she did it again tonight.
And then, just looking at these two games against Utah State, losing there, I think, by 12 points or so, and then blowing them out at home. Like, is it just two separate nights, or do you think it's indicative of maybe where you guys are going?
Well, a little bit of both. I always say when we're looking at our performance at Utah State earlier in the year, I think we're a better defensive team. I think we play better team defense, and we communicate better. But I just think we're a better team than we were then. You start those early conference games out, and I always say, hey, teams that play the hardest and get in people's faces and defend and box out early in the season are the teams that get those wins. And we didn't have a great performance there, but just really proud of what we did tonight.
And then with Alexis Cortez, what's her status?
Well, we were praying for Wednesday. Okay, we'll look towards Saturday and see if she's ready. Just that poor kid, she's gone through so much this year, and she's kind of the heart of our defense. She's always that presence up on the ball, and, just got hurt, at Fresno State. And, so hopefully we'll have her back Saturday. But, we just want her to get healthy so we can have her down the stretch.
Because, the fact that she came back in on Saturday, I assumed it was better, but was there a complication or an aggravation?
Well, she's had an injury to her left just ankle or, lower calf, most of the season. And then she got rolled up at the scores table at Fresno State, and we thought she was out. So just, that says a lot about her to come back and kind of will us to a win there just from what she did defensively. But, oftentimes, that competitors just work off adrenaline. And then, once the game's over, then we had to get her in a boot, and we just got to get her healthy and get her back.
I've been around this team a long time, and I've seen a lot of seniors kind of as the finish line approaches. Dasha McMillan did it, and then last year Maddie did. Like, something changes in you. Are you feeling that right now?
Yeah. I feel like it's that inner, like, oh my gosh, this is my last year. I just want to lay it all out. You have nothing to lose, and it's just fun. There's no stress. There's no worry. This is your release, and it's the last time you get to do it.
How do you go to that approach as opposed to, oh no, I've got to tense up because we need to play better to improve our seed and everything else? Because it could go either way.
It really could. I don't know, honestly. I think I've just approached it that way, and I think that's also our team culture is just keep learning and growing and don't let anything get to your head as long as we have each other and as long as we're good by the end of the season. That's all that matters. You can grow throughout.
How much fun is this?
Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's so fun.
What's the best part of it? Like the actual performance, breaking in the starting lineup, what are you enjoying the most out of what's going on right now?
I don't think any of that except like the team camaraderie. Like that's always been my favorite part. And I'm just happy to be able to help them. be out on the court and help my team. That's the best part.
And when you look at the two matchups with Utah State, you go out there and get beat by 12 points or so, and then you blow them out at home. Like, I asked coaches, like, is it just two separate individual nights, or do you feel like it's indicative of a trend in your improvement as a team?
I think it's both. I think we've definitely gone up, and you want to be on a high at the end of the season. I think that's where we're heading, and we definitely didn't want to lose to them again, especially by 12 points. No, we were going to blow them out.
And then all season, I think you guys have been trying to find that complementary score to go with Milani. Do you feel like you have turned yourself into that, and does that make her even better when defenses do have to collapse on you?
I hope so. I really hope so. That was my goal, because Lonnie always gets triple teamed, and that makes it hard for her. She's good. She's amazing. But when you have 3 people on you, it's hard. So I think taking that pressure off was a part of my goal in helping the team win more.
And did you feel like this team always had it in you to do this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're a really good team, and we work really, really hard. And it's finally, showing through our points and everything.
What do you think it took to unlock it, if it's been unlocked?
Maybe a little bit of frustration from the last couple games, but also the confidence from the last game and just knowing inside ourselves that we could be better.